Oh no. Aw. I hate that. I might end it. Hey, Pastafarian, this is me, Cincinnati Mitch. Here I am at the mall. I just spent like an hour or so talking at Maldonado. He's really hard to talk with, eh? His ideas just seem to free flow, disconnected. Like he just seems to be grabbing random thoughts as they go by. It's really hard to piece together any sort of narrative front to back with the very capricious way he has of preaching. But, you know, some people are trying to obfuscate, to lose the conversation in the language so that it can never even happen. Anyway, yeah, so that was lame and annoying. So I thought I'd see if anybody else is down. Maybe Joseph Montano is down. We'll see what's going on. There's definitely some live music happening down here in Denver, where the truth is out on public display, where truth is open for public examination, as it were. Right now I'm passing a very popular place here to preach here in Denver, the 16th Street Mall in Champa, right here. This is a great spot right here. If you want to come down and have a conversation here, look at this, man. Come on down. Had a sort of another one of the voices that are making a lot of noise here in Denver saying the other day, maybe today even, that they will never own an autonomous car. And I think that's very funny. I'd like to debate that right here in this very space. The wisdom of owning an autonomous car. Please do tweet at What's His Nuts if you want him to come on down. Because nothing's going to work except the one thing that you can hear, right? Which is the clicks or something. Some of these people only talk like that. I like to listen to videos that are, telling truth. And I feel proud of myself when I find a channel that's got, relatively low views that is doing a good product. I don't know if you know TMM, but he never has the followers that he deserved. Like, I mean, he's just so consistently good. I just don't know why his numbers aren't 10 times what they are, 100 times, says I. So anyway, that's just a lecture on don't listen to clicks, eh? But I mean, it is the language that some of these opponents that we have in this game speak, and if we want them to take us seriously, we gotta at least know something or two about their language. So anyway, let's talk to Louis Huey about the merits of autonomous cars. Here's another great fucking place to do it right here. Curtis and 16th Street Mall, right there. There doesn't have to be any fucking violence. Just be two adult people acting very strange, very emotionally about things that we're super passionate about. Just like the First Amendment dared us, just like our forefathers trusted us to be capable of doing it. Sorry, I'm giving you this lecture again. I've been preaching out there for an hour. That's going to be, I recorded it on my audio here, right there. So I'll be posting that soonish, I suppose. Look at this. This is cool. Here's the chess sort of circuit here in Denver. Bring your chess masters to Denver, man. We got it in the streets, bro. We've lost the pianos, though. Unfortunately, that is going to be a the day when the pianos return. So I don't hear anyone. I do see an emergency vehicle though. You're not allowed to see it though. That's just for me. Right here, a lot of times, there's a group that I really do wish that I could talk to. I just love to preach right here. Like right along here, they're preaching usually. I just never have been able to be here when they preach, and that's a bummer. Love to talk to them. Anyway, got my signs here. Trying to make a profit. Trying to make them dollar bills. Stack them stacks. Paper stacks of papers. You know, a very adult endeavor. Grown-up thing to do. Start stacking them coins. Yeah, sorry. I do apologize. Sometimes I might be a bit too cynical.
I started another job at the
I'm happy for that guy and his new job. Good for him. It's got to be exciting. Have a new job, everything's changed. Maybe some parts of your identity that you thought were indelible are no longer necessary. You're like, oh man, my job has changed me. But unfortunately not for me. I still am addicted to these streets. I do love to come out here and have these debates. I think now's a great time to do it. Now that things are getting, people are rushing toward the lines and, accidentally falling over them. And I was like, well, I mean, you brought a lot of weapons to the lines. So, oh, pardon me. Oh shit, everyone's looking at me. But, yeah, what a place it is here on the mall. 16th Street Mall, where we can have our conversation. I think it's a better place than, they've got this amphitheater in the park over there, and yeah, I'll do it if we've got, we'll go over there for a debate if we're filming it or whatever. It looks really good, but the audience is not over there. The audience is here. So this is my location for Denver street preaching by far, though my most comfortable, of course, is Parfait Park, I haven't been to in a while. Oh man, I think I've been sitting this whole summer. I should head out there maybe. I might have Sunday off. Maybe I'll head out to Parfait Park if no one's down here. Fuck yeah, Denver. What do you think of that? It's pretty good. It's not the worst. Yeah, but anyway, sorry. I was trying to stop preaching because of how I'm going to be uploading an hour and a half of it later tonight because of what happened. But, trying to be chill for the stream. Otherwise it's just the same. Like, why not just stream the fight? But I think the fight works better when the people that I'm talking to aren't thinking about the audience, that it's just for the people around instead of the camera or the stream or the microphone. I think the conversations are much better when they're stolen, I guess. Like, I don't know if there's a truer descriptor of what makes them good. So do help me with this. I'm having a real couple problems with some of the ideas in the conversation about consent, okay? Because some of the best parts of life seem to me to be consensually ambiguous. For example, a joke sort of is a surprise. A lot of times people don't know they're about to laugh, and then without their consent cause them to laugh. And I very much do like when that happens, and so I'm not sure how much I have to give that up. We'll see. Like, here's Joseph having a conversation with someone. Let's go join this conversation. It's gonna be great. How reasonable he's about to be, right? He wouldn't talk to me like this. Do you know why he wouldn't talk to me like this? He doesn't want to hear what I have to say. He knows it'll change him. I'd like to join this conversation instead of be excluded. I'm going to wait over here until I'm invited. Joseph, please invite me to this conversation. Preaching unopposed is the weak man's position. Joseph, let's talk. I've been very patient and long-suffering. I thought you would respect these behaviors. And yet you disdain them when I have them, behaviors that you purport to value. And so I know that it's me that you disdain, because you're told to. And you are very obedient, but you let it make you hateful. Looks like he's just preaching at you, not trying to talk to you. I'd like to talk. I'd like to be part of this conversation, if it even is a conversation. I'd like to oppose some of the ideas, some of the lies he's teaching you right now. I'd like to give you the other side of the conversation.
Why'd you say get out?
Is he answering your question or just like preaching at you? It doesn't look like he's very good at listening to your side of the conversation. Looks like he's never learned how to listen. You look like you're good at listening. Looks like he's taking advantage of that, just making you listen. Hello, would you like to talk about religion? Can you prove you're okay? Let's talk, Joseph. I'm being very respectful, Joseph. Let's have a conversation. What do I do, guys? How do I get him to talk to me? Ramen brother, says Marshally Docs. Ramen. Ramen Pastafarian. Happy Friday. You know, Friday was sort for me today that I'm preaching. Joseph, who was the first to sin? Joseph, who was the first sinner? I think you don't know who the first to sin was. I'd like to talk to you about it. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion? If you need help and he's just like got you like pinned and you need help, just like give me a wave. I can help you out of this conversation if he's just preaching it. Hello there, you want to talk about religion? I can change your life. You don't have to wear this monkey suit. I bet your mom's proud of you. Way to go, kid. Let's talk, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about religion and morality. Let's have a conversation. I'd like to be invited so that his hate can go opposed. This man's lies in our streets, and I'd like to oppose him, but he won't converse with me in a civil conversation. I keep on coming out here because I know he's available, and then he just is too busy to talk to someone who actually can oppose the lies that he's saying, instead of these people who haven't studied it and are falling prey to his hatred and lies. Talk, Joseph. I love this planet. I love this world. The things that I treasure are here, for I treasure my family. I treasure the people on this planet. I treasure all of these people. And these people are here. And thus, I must treasure this world. And he tells you to hate this world.
I treasure this world and people too, but...
Not him, he tells you.
Not more than the Creator.
Okay. Are you sure? If you have to choose the creator or the people, what do you choose? Would you kill these people for your creator? Does he have that right to ask it of you?
He's not that type of person.
Then why did he ask Abraham? Tell me what was going on with Abraham. No. No, we're having a conversation and that's what I want. I don't want this to get uncivil. The things that he's saying about me are lies. He's lying about me. He's projecting that onto me. What I want is conversation.
You're the one wearing a mask, making you think it would. Do you think it actually makes you safer?
No, but I think it shows respect to these people.
Okay, I do get that.
Okay.
I do wear a mask sometimes.
Cool, but I just want to point out that we are having conversation. That's what I want. If he told you I don't, if I'm just here, if he told you that I'm here to start fights, that is not what I'm here for. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't listen to me. He doesn't know who I am. I'd love to be part of this conversation instead of excluded. I came here to join this conversation and invite all people to join this conversation. He preaches obedience instead of morality. Obedience first, and this is evil. I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm just trying to be invited, just trying to be part of it. Seems like it's never my turn, it's always his. The cars go the other way. He's teaching you to be a child and give away your responsibility. You're a free agent on this planet, and you have to be moral and you have to be responsible. You can't sell it away. I'd like to oppose his lies, but he won't even let me hear him. He whispers them. The only way to be a moral agent is to take responsibility for your actions. If you give your responsibility, you're immoral. You're amoral. You're not called to be amoral, you're called to be moral. We did ourselves to do it when we founded this country. We said we can govern ourselves. This man worships fantasy. He'll preach mythology, take you out of reality. Faulty tools I couldn't trust. The evil, false mythologies of our parents. I couldn't preach the lies to my kids. They deserve better. I can never be respectful enough to earn his invitation into this conversation. Because he doesn't want to change, he doesn't want to grow. He merely wants to have been right. But he has been wrong. And he has to change and he has to grow just like we do every day. You and I and he have to learn how to be good at assimilating new information and changing and growing. And his religion turns his heart into stone, turns him into a soldier, and makes him obedient. Obedience to an evil God is evil. It's a great shirt. But it's all made up if Jesus lied, like it did in John 18. None of that means anything. It's all just fantasy. If I can prove that Jesus lied, and I can, in John 18:20, we can look it up right now, and I can show you the lies of Christ, and you can show you that all of this is silliness, childishness. It's raising one fantasy above all others. How could I prove to you that he's wrong? Like, what is something that I could do? Could I can I show you part of the Bible that's false? Like, how would I go about disproving him as a preacher, showing that he's false? Do you guys want to talk about religion? Hello there, you want to talk about religion? I can change your life. You can be a better father. I'll show you how to do it. Do you want me to show you how to be a moral agent in this reality instead of give your agency away to some ancient blood god? Let's talk about religion. For awkward conversations, how we be a good nation. Tell us how we feel is how we do it. Overcoming the awkwardness and let's talk it out. My mythology, this ancient blood god, let's stop preaching the hatred and the racism. Hello there. Would you like to talk about religion? Cool. It's time to talk about religion. All 9 SCOTUSes are very religious. What the fuck is up with that? It's un-American as shit. Where are the atheists on the SCOTUS? What the fuck is going on? One country doesn't believe in this mythology bullshit. And do you know how many senators are confessed atheists? And who confesses to being an atheist cannot sit on the Supreme Court? How many atheist senators are there? How many atheist senators are there, Americans? What percent of this country is atheist? Anyone? What percent? What percent of this country? 24%, ignoramuses. Now, how many senators are atheists? Senators, atheists. I'm looking for this answer. Do any of you know your country at all? And you think you're good enough to vote? You think you're responsible and educated enough to vote? How many atheist senators are there? How many atheist senators does your country have? What percent of your neighbors are atheists? Where are our senators? Where are our senators? A quarter senators should be atheists. Doesn't represent the people. I'd like to join this conversation. All I'm asking for is my invitation to a conversation that I have much interest in. I'm not trying to interrupt. Trying to join this conversation. Together we can have this conversation. It takes all our voices. These are the people in your neighborhood. They're the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. They're the people that you meet each day. And we're the ones that have to learn how to have the conversation. And our leaders aren't teaching us how to do it at all. It happens here in the street, and it's uncomfortable, and it's emotional, and it's loud. And that's why you're all afraid of it. And that's why we're succumbing to violence. Because you're too afraid to have the conversation. I'd like to give you the opposite viewpoint so that you could judge between the 2 teachers, but it seems like you're only allowed to listen to one teacher. It seems very unfair. What could it be about what I would say to you that he's so afraid of you hearing? This conversation is important, and the only people brave enough to have it are the crazies. So join us crazies out here in the street. It's time to have this conversation. We'll show you how to do it. It's not that embarrassing. You just have to fucking man up and talk. This man is preaching evil and hatred in our streets. We cannot give ourselves over to this violence and fear and hatred of our neighbors. There is no them, there is only us. There is no them. Must communicate about our positions, or we're never going to overcome this divide. For colors and tribes. We need to not be afraid to vote third party. We need to make our voices unique. We need to not fit into one of the 2 teams. You don't fit into either of those teams. Neither of those teams represent you. Stop voting with them. They're misrepresenting you. Your team has yet to be made. Don't join these 2 parties full of hatred and violence. There's no them, only us. I'd really like to hear what you're saying right now. I'd love to hear it. Am I invited to have this conversation that's happening in a public street, or I'm disinvited, huh? Not for you, neighbor. Love an invitation to participate in this conversation. Would you like to talk about religion? Guy makes our city worse. Hello, I'm a Pastafarian. Have you heard of the Pastafarians? I've been preaching in these streets for a number of years, basically against people like this, people who preach an ancient and old and hateful ideology like that we find in the Bible or the Quran. Some of these ideologies are of war and blood and sacrifice and misogyny and homophobia, and I think that their time has passed and that we can outgrow this childishness. He comes out with amplification and preaches on our street, and I try to oppose him to clean the streets up. And I think if we give ourselves over to his sermons, that we'll give ourselves over to violence and hatred. And I'd like for you guys to rise above that.
Okay.
Here's my issue.
Yeah.
What do you think about this conversation?
The peaceful protest, but any rioting is just more violence that just contributes nothing to any argument on either side.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time and your voice. See you very soon. I'd like to talk. I'd like to be invited. I'm tired, and let me just tell you that I'm easy to coax into telling the bare naked truth myself too much, but it is quite true. I'm a good faith player of this game, this street debate conversation, street profit game. Not only in my good faith, I'm in this country. Talking to me would change your life in ways you wouldn't even know how to measure. From him, you're going to hear the same old garbage. He's not going to think a brand new thought in front of you. He doesn't even know how to do it. It feels uncomfortable to him, and he taught himself how to stop it a long time ago. To me, it's flirty and exciting, and I'd love to fucking flirt with you all night long. So why don't you join my conversation? Why don't you bring this conversation over here and allow me to join it? Wink. Alright, well, friends, I'm so fucking bored again. Like, this guy is so boring. Sorry that my content is so boring. Man, I really do wish these fuckers were better at this shit. Like, why? Why get all the tools together and come down and then avoid the conversation? I just really don't understand. But, you know, friends, I do wish I could move you up my hierarchy of give-a-shits. I don't mean to neglect you like this, but, you know, I'm a busy guy, I guess. I mean, not as busy as Huey Louie. Couldn't come down for a very important debate about where the line is. The line that safety has to cross to earn his trust of an autonomous car. I'd love to have a conversation about that. And everybody knows that Twitter gives you practically the opposite of conversation. But, you know, Pastafarian methods give you one of the truest conversations that you can bear. So, you know, maybe next time you'll come on down. I might be here on Sunday. Check me out, Pastafarians.